Hello, everybody here. Well, everybody here with me while I'm here in these celestial realms and I'm coming down to earth for a Miracle Monday. Are you ready? All right, to let go of what doesn't serve and step into the new you fearlessly with courage, feeling better than ever. So, if so, stick around and we will be right back. Sweet, 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 sweet. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome. Welcome to tonight's show. We're going to talk about letting go of what doesn't serve and stepping into the new. Why? Well, you're going to find out. It's really important. Do you know that your body, every 7 years, all the cells in your body renew and they die off and you get new cells every 7 years? Well, here it is. We've been in this pandemic for 2 years and I'm over it. I'm done. I'm just so tired of it. My guides the other night, I said, what am I going to talk about tonight? And they said, Joan, let's talk about letting go of what doesn't serve. All right. And doing some amazing healing for all of you guys so that we can be in the best shape that we ever can be, so that we heal fast. We are motivated, we are set to go, and our energy is really going to make a difference. So if you are new to my channel, well, first of all, guys, I hit that 1,000 mark last night around 5 or 6 o'clock. I was actually watching it. So I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It's the numbers on YouTube mean that more people will watch the videos, that it'll spread. But it actually doesn't spread unless you like, subscribe, and share. So I'm in total gratitude for all of that. And I want to thank you for that. Next thing I want to share with you is that for those of you who are new to me, I am Joan of Angels. How did I get that name? That's a great question. I was named Joan of Angels 6.5 years ago when I moved to the desert. And this beautiful woman I'm having breakfast with, she hears this voice. She says, I know who you are. You're Joan of Angels. And so tonight, we're going to bring that energy of Joan of Angels as we really start to shift our energy and change things up for us. And I am an oracle, by the way, guys. I am an intuitive guide. My whole mission in life is to support all of you in stepping into your soul mastery, into awakening your destiny while you're here, stepping into your miraculous life, and being for the reasons of, stepping into your greater path of service, your greater mission, what you're here to do. And even when I say service, heck, your mission, believe it or not, may be merely holding the light, and that is not merely, it may be holding the light in situations where your calm, peaceful, light-filled aura field are necessary to make a difference. And so what do we have to do, guys, to do that kind of work? And so I want all of you, if you're new, go check out my my Joan of Angels page, joanofangels.com. Check out the Soul Awakening sessions. Get your free ebook. Those ebooks are very basic in one level and profound depending on how you read it. But they're a beginning step to finding your calling. The next step after that would be to work with me personally to really manifest the kinds of changes that you're looking for, because we all need a mentor. And I will even tell you that I have had mentoring at different periods in my life when I've wanted to make a change and get out of that rut. So guys, first of all, I want to hear where you're from. Always want to hear where you're from so that when we do that Tower of Miracle Power, we will, when we do that Tower of Miracle Power, we will be connecting with all of your towers around the planet, which will make it even more powerful. Do you know that honestly the ancient texts say that 144,000 souls wake up, okay, that will be that trigger that will go around the world. So my job is to wake up all of you. Your job is to turn around and hey, wake them all up in Florida. Okay, wake them all up in Minnesota. Wake them all up wherever you be, in Columbus, Ohio. All right. And in Michigan, let us wake them up. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So stick around. We're going to do some great healing tonight. All right. So we're going to start off. And here's a little insight. I do the bowl because it brings me back into my consciousness too. And it raises my vibration. And I wear this crown sometimes so I remember that I and all of you are more than our 3D self. That if we do the work we can do, we can raise it up and really kind of shift your energy. And by the way, when you play with this crown, like when we do that antenna, you will notice your vibration shifting. And if you do that process with me, that'll make our work so much easier. So let's get started. All right. Take a deep breath in and let it all out. Good. Take another deep breath in and let it all out. Good. And this time, when you take that deep breath in, see that antenna coming down through the heavens to your crown chakra. And at the same time, I want you to see that your roots going down from the center of the earth, going down, 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 and down, and down. And Mother, Father, God, we ask just now that we be filled, surrounded, and protected with the light. We ask for clarity, wisdom, guidance, and understanding. We ask to let go of everything that no longer serves. And that means everything. That means our fear. If you are worried, if you're one of those who are worried because maybe you're going to get laid off, if you're not cooperating with the party line, if you're one of those people, I commend you for standing up for your truth. And we hold that you will be fearless, that you will have courage, that you will be able to speak your truth, that you will be able to fill yourself up with love, peace, harmony, finding new employment, new places where people accept you for who you are. Guys, we are living in unique times. I guess I keep saying it. Let us see what the oracle says is happening. All right. So meanwhile, we're going to let go of anything that worries you. And you feel free to put it in the comments, and Tina will put them up so I see them. And even if I don't comment on them, guys, she puts it up there so they go in my face. They go in this auric field, and whatever these guides want me to say, it will be released, even if I don't say a word. But I do see you, and I do love your comments so much. So we know where you're from. Let's talk about letting go. Let's work with John so that we know he's typing with one hand. I think he's been doing that for a while. He had surgery. We're going to send him love for both hands for the healing. Let's talk about other places. There's Canella checking in from Palm Springs. Greetings across the bay. All right. And there's our friend Robin from Mississippi. Hello, hello, hello. And when we anchor in those towers of miracle power, we will be anchoring it in around the globe. All right. So before I pull that card, I want everyone to rub their hands together. Why? Because Spirit told me we're going to do a lot of healing. Period. Explanation point. And it's not just physical healing, guys. It is emotional. It is such emotional healing. And we send love to Canada as well, to our friends up there. We send love because we know that what is going on across the planet is unheard of. Thank you for being here, even on your phone. What is going on is unheard of. We have not seen it. It is draconian in a way. It is scary in a way. It is forcing many people to come to terms with what you are about to do. Please share it out if you're resonating with the topic. I've been afraid to talk about these things online. I've been afraid because of several things. I don't want to alienate any of you. I also don't want to get myself kicked off of YouTube. I've just look how long it took to get to those 1,000. I want to stay on my YouTube channel so I can grow and speak to you. So sometimes I kind of speak around it. But the truth is, we're being forced to confront something we've never had to confront. We are not a tyrannical nature, or we weren't a tyrannical country. We're not used to getting orders from up above down that are telling you what you could do, what you can't do, what you should wear, what you shouldn't wear, what you should put into your body for health reasons. Okay. And you guys know that as my chiropractor self, who has advocated for 42 years that health comes from within, I'm incensed. Okay. And I'm here standing up for you for whatever side you are taking. If you are in a situation where you are being forced to take a treatment that you are not happy with, okay, and you do not want to take it, but you have no choice, because I do understand. I have counseled a beautiful soul from the military who had been in the military 10 years, his whole life since high school, 2 beautiful children and a gorgeous wife, very much in love. But what do you do? And so if you're in that position where you feel that you have no choice, please email me, Joan at joanofangels.com. Tina will put it up. And if you feel you have no choice because of your family or because of work or for other reasons, we will support you by giving you even extra healing and by you sending me an email, guys, and I will send you a few protocols that will help you. And these are protocols that will help whether or not you've had to have that in your body or whether or not you've gotten sick with that so-called diagnosis in your body, or if you have had a reaction and a side effect to that. And I speak about that because I have a very dear friend whose daughter had a very serious reaction after her second treatment, whatever that was. You all know what that was. And within a few days, she was at work, and she bent down to pick something up, and she suddenly had no feeling in her legs, and she collapsed on the floor. They didn't even believe her. She ended up at one ER room and then another ER room with a condition they call transverse myelitis, which is an inflammation of the spinal cord, which is the third top reaction from that particular treatment. Okay. The sad thing is the following. She had probably $1 million worth of tests. No one's going to really cover that care because you're on your own if something like that happens to you. But the doctors did tell her her diagnosis, and they did tell her it was related to that treatment we don't talk about. Okay. But the other sad part about it, and that's tragic. Okay. Her daughter is doing the best she can. They really don't have a lot of money for treatment. And And the sad part about it is that she's losing friends, because the moment she said that it was caused by the you know what, people started to get very angry at her, as if now and they accused her of, all sorts of things. But it's not a political issue, guys. Healthcare and the results of this should not be a political issue, and it's very tragic. She has lost friends because of that. So when we were talking tonight, and my counterpart and my cohort in crime, Avon, said, Joan, it is time to talk about this. You can't just talk around it anymore. You're telling your people here, all of you, that they can't be gray. You're either black or white now, in a sense. And I don't mean your skin color. I mean your thinking processes. You're either on this way or this way. There's really no in between. Why is there no in between? Because if you have had it, you're on this side, and now you're free to go everywhere you want to go, hotels, restaurants, airplanes, wherever in some states. If you haven't had that, you're not free. Okay, so those are differentiating inhumane as far as I'm concerned. And I did tell someone that it felt not only very discriminatory, segregatory, divisive, and really reminded me more or less of the Jewish star back in that day. So that is, and I'm being upfront with you about my opinion. And I would not mind if you want to share with me what your opinions are, because I'm going out on a limb. All right. Now, we are standing here and talking about it because it is about being fearless and speaking your truth. It's about removing this cork that has been in so many people that I know in their throat chakra because of fear. Because fear that if you are speaking your truth, you'll get ostracized, just like my friend did. Okay. Not her fault. Her daughter got this reaction, and that it is from that treatment, not her fault, but yet people are angry at her as if it is. So now let us start to do treatments and healing on all of this. And yes, we will just love her. We will just love her and work with treatment protocols, guys, that can help you rid that treatment from your body. Can't guarantee it's 100%, but it will help for sure. And I'm hearing reports that it does. And I think some of you might even know those treatments, but send me an email and I will gladly send them out to you. Okay. And yes, some of them are the forbidden treatments. Crazy that things that are good for you are forbidden, and that things that are not good for you are promoted and mandated. Oh boy, I'm on a roll. All right. Dearest angels, let's protect my YouTube channel right now, and all of us who are involved in these kinds of conundrums. We're even speaking your truth. All right. So let's talk about how we let go and we become love. We become the light. We become that transformed being that we are calling in. We become that who we are calling for. And we can stand up for our truth and for who we are. So what kind of miracles do you need? Are you looking for a healing miracle tonight? Are you looking for a love miracle, a relationship miracle, a treatment miracle, a work miracle, a financial miracle? Oh boy, those financial miracles, or a healing pain miracle. So looking at all of those miracles tonight, let's look at some of that. And yes. And so let's look at all those of what everyone's looking for tonight. And then I have a really interesting question. So we're going to pull the card first. We have Avon. Avon gave me a very simple process that we're going to do. I didn't bring him on the weekend conference that I was on, and he was kind of behind me. And at one point, I almost had to get up and run and get him because he wasn't present on my ET show. So what can I say? All right, great. We want right relationship and health miracles. We're going to ask the guides. I know that I want discernment miracles for everyone. I want wisdom miracles for everyone. I want all of you to be in a safe place miracles. I want peace. I want harmony. I am done with this divisiveness. I'm done with people not understanding that this is wrong, that there's something terribly wrong about this. I am tired of that. So my miracle is that more and more people wake up. My miracle is that the people are protected, even those who have said yes, that the people are protected and that they begin to wake up to the truth, that they begin to wake up and realize that they're going to have to take more and more of those treatments, that people are suffering from those treatments. People are actually dying from them and they're getting side effects from them. And yet we are being forced to take them. So we have to also harmonize that distress in our own body. It's taken me 42 years to actually come out and say anything like that because it's a shock to my nervous system. It's a shock to realize that the official party line is this, okay? Is the negative stuff, is stuff that could hurt you or not heal you. And so we're standing in the light of doing that which serves the highest good of humanity. All right. Doing that which will serve for the highest good of humanity, that will serve to help us all detox, by the way, not just physically, but mentally. Mentally detox from the pressures that are out there. And as I was telling Tina was telling me she's turned off the television. She has only healing kinds of music going on around her. She's got her crystals and she goes into her own world through that. And I'm very grateful because when I do shows like this and I do the conferences and the presentations that I do, I have to focus here. And so I put my attention on how to raise our vibration, okay? How to raise our light and how to read the cards, okay? So right now, we are telling everyone how much we love them and want peace for all. And we do. We want peace for all. Lori, welcome. I don't know how you found us, but I am so grateful that you did. And somehow I think it's miraculous that people find us. So let us know where you're from, Madam New, and we'll keep going. All right. So this is the deck that I consider one of the most powerful decks in my possession. And it always, and I think this was the card last week. It is the medicine of the rainbow Jaguar. Well, first of all, I'm going to Mexico on Friday, and I'm heading towards the Yucatan and the Mayan Peninsula, okay? The ayahuasca land. No, I'm not doing ayahuasca, but I am heading towards the land with the land of the shamans there. And so the jaguar is the symbol of, it's a shamanic symbol, and it's also the symbol of the ayahuasca. It's also the symbol of freedom, of breaking free. So it's interesting to me, I said emotional freedom, and ayahuasca assists, the jaguar assists in breaking free of the confines of your mind. People go into ceremony so they could let go of not only their modern day world, but their modern day thoughts, and go into a world that's much different and that will take you into another dimension, will take you into another time, will show you the connections, the unity consciousness of all and where we're from. And for me, it showed me when I did that, I saw myself as the grandmother spider of all. Now, part of my job was weaving webs around the planet. All right. Well, this is all good news. So also what kind of miracles you want, honey? So when we get the medicine of the rainbow jaguar, okay, want to read this to you. So you are clear. And so I'm clear heading off to Mexico. Just looking for my glasses. These are not my glasses. Wait, I could see through my crown. Oh, that could help. Wait. All right, never mind. So the eggshell protects us now as we transition from one phase to the next. And guys, be bold and be fearless. Speak your truth. Stand up for what you believe in. Don't let anyone push you around on this if you don't stand up for your truth. Okay? With her rainbow light, this guardian goddess instructs you on how to use your great power and the great power around us, that energy here in the ethers, right here, that contains the sum of our thoughts, of our history, of our soul purpose, of our toolkit, everything that's in the toolkit so we can do our mission on the earth. And so everything is contained right in this energy field right around us. Okay. She says, nurture and nourish only what is worthy. So we're moving on to the worthy part. Okay. I didn't say eggshells, but yeah, some people are walking on eggshells. All right. Using Jaguar medicine with perfect timing, she will confront that which is unworthy for healing, relief, and rebirth. She will help you confront whatever you need for healing and rebirth. And we are doing that now. All right. The renewal promise of the rainbow, divine feminine creativity, and mark her words and my words too. All darkness will be overcome. We are in that spiritual warfare. Last night was when the veils were non-existent. And so today I feel like we are going to do restoration to restore the power of the light to the planet so that these lower energy portals are closed once and for all. So Mother, Father, God, we ask right now to do this work of healing. Rub your hands together with me, guys, so that the energy gets higher and higher. And we will work so that you too will experience a physical healing tonight. The energy between my hands is massive right now. Massive. I'm going to move Avon. He wants to be here, but there. All right. And you may look into his third eye right there. You can gaze into that third eye. And he has messages that he will be sending with you, for you, around you, and through, again, these ethers. So feeling that energy within our hands, that ball of energy, I want to move him closer on this side. We can go over here. Okay. He's going to go over here. Oh, okay. He's on the left side. So, okay, this is what he's telling me. We're going to use him in a way that as I do to him, you will feel on yourself. So having rubbed your hands together, guys, and knowing that I pass energy through my right hand and you receive it through your left. If you're new to me, that's what we do. We send it out with the right, we receive with the left. And just to play with you a little bit, closing your eyes, see if you can feel anything happening on your left hand where I am sending it to. Avon is acting as that interface. And now, with our hands, and starting to send that healing energy down through the crown, we're going to send it around your crown, around your head. So you can feel this energy moving, clearing any brain blockages, opening up the neural canals, the neuron passages, those centers in your brain for healing. balance and wellness and immunity and speech and creativity and rejuvenation and communication. We are opening up all those channels within your brain. Tell me if you can feel it. I am sending it through Avon and through his crown, and he is sending it. Oh, he tells me that he's actually with each and every one of you right now. Whew. I am feeling him. I'm going to just check in and see if anyone else is feeling it. Whew. Now, opening that up, and we're going to do some work on your cervical spine. And this is good because I've also have had pain in my neck. Whew. Okay. I don't know if you're feeling this, guys. You have to tell me if you're feeling it. Down your spine, and we're going to go right over your shoulders, So we're going to send nerve healing energy right through here. It's going to go to your thyroid, the top of your neck. It's going to come out into your hands, down one way, and then back up on both sides, giving your arms more energy so that you can feel electricity or little jolts coming out from your fingers, going into your lungs, healing those lungs. Guys, these lungs are our most important organ, and they are being, what's the word I want to use? They're being trampled on by this new diagnostic thing that's going on in the world, that's been going on for 2 years. That thing that's been going on has this ability to impact your lungs by placing blood clots on them. So tonight, we're going to clear those blood clots. Number one, all those blood clots in your lungs and around your heart. And people are having them, if you've had that disease, if you've gotten that treatment, or if you've been around people who have had it, and it is in the air. So we're clearing away any clots, any stuck blood, because, health, healing, we got to clear away the stuck. I want you to feel that blood, feel your fingers, and feel that blood flowing. Come on, let's wake up. Let's wake up our body so that you feel it everywhere, okay? These shoulders of yours are getting healed. That surgery is going to be a thing of the past. That body of yours is going to work. Those fingers are tingling. That heart. Okay, let's hear our heart. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Feel it beating. Feel your heart beating. And now, as we're going down our body, I want you to put a sun, a good golden sun in there with your heart, okay? So every time your heart beats, it's now pulsing light. So you have now become a light generator, a light heart opener. Whew, more powerful than a locomotive and more powerful than anything, because when you have that light in your heart and your heart is beating, and it's beating fast, and it's beating right, and you're feeling your blood flowing, and everything in your body is grooving with you, you will start to move your energy, and before you know it, you're going to be like dancing on your feet. The energy that comes from you when you walk in a room will be that energy of a 10, that higher vibration, and people will say, "What are you doing?" In fact, people are saying that to me. "Joan, what are you doing?" Well, we only got to the heart and the lungs. I take aspirin every day. If you've had any of those conditions, or you want to treat any of those conditions, because that's really good to, what does aspirin do? It is a blood thinner. So they're actually recommending it as a preventative. Instead of this, you could do that as part of your preventive routine. So preventive routines are the name of the game. And, the last time when I lived in Mexico, I started studying herbs, and I started looking for all sorts of treatments that had nothing to do with having to go to a MD, and has everything to do with going to a natural doctor like myself, or a naturopath, right? And so I discovered, when I was in Mexico, a tincture, an herbal tincture called Wormwood for parasites, because if you live in Mexico, almost everyone has parasites. Okay. In fact, nowadays people have parasites just because it's in everything. But I was in Mexico and I had parasites. And so I discovered one particular tincture herb that really works well with parasites. And it's called Wormwood. So I started taking Wormwood. Now, if you're going to listen to that and say, oh my God, I should take it. Well, I'm going to say a few things about it. You can't take it continually because it does become toxic. So you have to work out a program with it. But the point was I had discovered Wormwood. So in January of 2020, January, February, when I started hearing about this particular diagnosis, I heard about one possible treatment for the diagnosis, which had quinine in it. I started to remember the wormwood. And I started to research, is there a connection between that particular treatment modality, HCQ, and wormwood? And I discovered that wormwood was actually a precursor for some of these pharmaceuticals. Lo and behold, I thought I was so smart. I was very proud of myself, by the way. And I went on, I even did a show. I had a few shows the beginning of last year. They are on the YouTube channel on treatments for this. But I did recommend wormwood. And the other day, I saw that now it's gone more mainstream. So that is a good herb to also use. Remember, prevention is the game. But prevention in your mind and body are the game. Turn up your light. Nothing can get through when you turn up your light. All right, now we're continuing this healing. What interesting healing teaching. Doctor means teacher, by the way. And so when I became a chiropractor, I started teaching my patients. I was excited. I started teaching them what? Well, how to eat for success, how to get your body healthy. So when I go to my MD, which I'll do once a year so I can get all those tests, everyone in the office starts saying, Joan, how come your skin looks so good? Like, because everyone in their office is poxed and white and pasty and low vitality because they're all on medication, oodles of medication, and they've all had that weird thing that we're talking about without talking about. Okay, good. Now, as we go, oh yeah, okay. So my guides are saying they've been working on the heart and lungs and on clearing. And so one of the things about healing is that it also can be done remotely. And I did an interview last week with Tom Palladino, and I'm going to ask Tina to find his link there because you can get 15 days of free healing with his scalar treatment, which is a long distance energy healing, far more powerful than what I'm doing. Although I will say this, it is very healing. Okay. So sign up for the 15 free days. I don't get a kickback or nothing. What I get is the happiness of knowing that you're on this scalar energy that will raise your light from the inside out. It'll actually eliminate pathogens from your body. It will replace missing minerals and vitamins. So there's no downside to building your immunity from the inside out. All right, good. So Yvonne is telling me that there really are a lot of, hearts are interested. When we have heart troubles, energetically, it's about our heart is breaking. And some of our hearts are breaking just because of what's happening in the country. That's a heartbreaker, okay? Not that you can sit in that. We have to be more active, but that's a heartbreaker. There's sadness about watching things unravel. Want to let that go too. Good. All right, so we're moving energy down. Really, it was hard. He's now letting me move the energy. I'm going down his spine, liver, kidneys, adrenals. So, and a reminder to drink more water for sure. And also chlorophyll is great to put into your water. And so if I'm telling you different random supplements or herbs, it's probably because some of you out there might need it. So if it resonates for you, just accept it and say, thank you, Joan. Well, thank you, Avon. It's Avon tonight. Avon's doing the healing. Okay, so moving down here, lower back, L5. So there's a lot of stickiness in the low back here. And this is great for me because I can feel you guys through feeling Avon. So the low back region, letting go of any tension in there. Low back is emotional pain, sorrow, fear of losing everything, financial worry, not getting your needs met. And I should mention upper neck is all about carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. All right, so now we're going to have that energy go to both sides of your hip and sending it down both to your right hip and left hip simultaneously and down into the back of your legs, your buttocks, down your legs, down your legs, down your legs, going down to your toes. Wiggle your feet back, shake your feet, wiggle your feet a little bit. That's right. And then go around and feel that energy coming up, 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 and bring it up, up, up the front into your abdominal area, into your intestines, your reproductive organs, and then coming up your chest. Kind of feel your lymphatics a little bit. And then you know what? Okay. So now's the time to really focus on Yvonne's third eye and your third eye and my third eye connected together. God, probably will look weird. A random person on YouTube going by going, what in the world is that woman doing? We are sending and really opening up that third eye. Oh. Did anyone feel that? If you felt that in your third eye, let me know. Good. Perfect. Thank you very much. All right. So the wormwood, I use it in a tincture. And I can't tell you what the dose is because I just take 3 dropper fills a day. And I put it in water with a whole bunch of other tinctures that I take, like dandelion tincture, elderberry tincture, and hawthorn tincture. Put them all in a bottle of water or a jar of water, and I sip this all day long, several times. And so then I know I'm getting what my body needs. Okay. Now, that doesn't preclude the supplements that you need to take because we're going into winter. So you got to make sure you got the zinc, the C, and the D. Okay. All right. Well, that's all. So all the health news that you need. All right. So who felt it? If you felt it, and tell me where you felt it. All right. Tell me where you felt it. And if Australia felt it, where in your body, Lori, did you feel it? How do you feel it? And I really want to hear it. I need feedback because I'm starting to do this more and more. And I've been doing hands-on healing. And so, you know that I'm a chiropractor, and I got disgusted with the fact that people have to show up here to get chiropractic. And so now I've been practicing hands-on healing, and Avon is the perfect, what he is he's holding your energy for me. And so that I can feel vibrations when I'm working with him. Now, let me explain to you about this process with your third eye. Okay. Don't let anyone take your temperature here. It will turn it off. Also, preservatives and chemicals turn this off. All right. One of the things with this third eye healing that we can do. All right. One of the most powerful experiences I had, good to know. We felt it in hand. We felt it in a third eye. We felt it body and forehead. Yes. Okay. So I was going to say one thing we can do with that. Oh, yes. Okay. So a few years ago, right around when I first started painting the angels, and I guess I could say I had an awakening. Okay. Yes. Okay. Everyone take note of this comment that just came out from Juliet with the mullein, because I've heard that. And I've also heard that they smoke that and will kind of blow that into people's lungs to also clear it out as a purgative to help purge. So purging is not a bad thing in a certain way. So thank you for that. So that's another herb that's really good. And guys, if you have things that you know are good, let's put it in here. We might as well go full board and get out all your suggestions if we're going to go for hands vibrating. Okay. So don't you stop, Joan. Okay. Well, that's what I wanted to know. All right. Oh yeah, I better finish the story first. So I had just had my awakening. I was painting 33 angels in 30 days. I'd already done that. Then they told me to paint this and we will come. And now I'm a nutcase. And I go up north. It was just like 3 months after all my awakening here. And I go north and I'm with my kids. And suddenly I'm with my son and I'm being guided and I'm told to rub my third eye on his third eye like this. Okay. And so I said, well, can I touch your third eye? And he said, yes. He didn't know what his third eye was. And I go like this. And then I was guided to put his third eye on my third eye. He's not baby, but go up and do it. And then I started doing that with my dog also. And it was one of the most powerful experiences I have had. So it is extremely powerful, guys, to open up that third eye. All right. Another thing that will open up that third eye is to imagine, because I'm hearing from Yvonne right now, guys. He's showing me that like that, he has that stone here, but he was showing me that we can either place a diamond or an imaginary diamond right here. He's very specific about a diamond. A diamond will transmute all vibrations into the highest vibrational frequencies. So imagining a diamond here that is tingling out. And it's that awareness that's going to help you with your discernment. That's going to help you to see what is unseen. Okay? Whew. All right, let's put this one up here for a second. So another technique for clearing your lungs is smoked hemp or smoked CBD. And that is true. And I'm glad you're reminding people. And hemp is legal in many, actually, I think hemp is legal everywhere. And you can smoke hemp. You can smoke the CBD. It will open up your lungs. Purgatives, things that make you purge, things that make you go sing in the night. Right? Okay. All right. Let's see where this healing is going and if we still need to continue. All right. I'm hearing that we need to open up our creative channels, our creative portals right now. So going back to this energy healing we did up here. All right. One of the other things that I learned as a chiropractor was I learned to connect your physical and your spiritual selves. I know that's a lot. I learned how to turn on your angelic switch or your switch to connect you to your star beings. It's the same switch, believe it or not. And so that switch is right at the base of your skull and your neck. So there is a switch there. I do these sessions sometimes where I'll teach you how to turn that on and run it. But right now, I want you to imagine that we are opening up a switch right at the base of your neck. Okay? Right the base of your neck. Ooh. Yes. And it's still there right now that this is working with all of you right now. And I'm feeling it I have a healer guide that introduced him to all of us last week, and he's over here working. But our creative guide wants you to start continuing to run your energy from up here, from the heavens, down through your crown, through here, down through the base of your neck, through here. All right. And then down through here. And as it goes through your brain, it is waking up those brain cells. It is waking up those creative channels. Thank you. It is waking up and stirring your memory of beauty, of things. It's also waking up and stirring your past life memories of other times and other places. It's also opening up the channels so you can receive your own downloads and messages. So that when you get off of this, you should grab a notebook and go, oh my God, I felt the healing in my leg. I felt the healing. And then I received a message that goes with it. So in feeling this, okay, knowing, and I find it interesting that my screensaver is like all wiggling too with all the energy that is going on. Yes. All right. So I know a few of you put in things that needed healing. You want to report on that. If there's been an improvement, you can say on a scale of 1 to 10, that I've improved 40%. I've improved 1,001%. All right, I see some other wonderful suggestions in there. Anise, yes. So anise and fennel are two really great herbs and teas that you could be taking. Anise and fennel work with the blood clots. And interestingly enough, if you're on Facebook, guys, I just got a notice that the Facebook is having trouble streaming. If you're on Facebook, let me know. But who knows? We're just heading up, and we still have something like 35 or 40 of you on here, so we're good to go. And I hope some of you are on YouTube. Okay. Whew. So in stirring up your creativity, what I'm hearing is that we actually have to remove, and that's part of the letting go. It's like removing that stuck energy that's stuck in your brain. It's pretty funny. I used to feel sometimes like my brain was stuck. And so to help our brain being stuck right now, let's get it going on. So take your hands, rub your hands together. Okay, rub it. Rub it, rub it. Are you guys all on Facebook? So it must be working. All right. Are some of you on YouTube? Let me know. Just curious. Okay. Once your hands and you rub them together. All right. I want you to rub them. Do a little scalp massage. Okay. Now I was hoping I could do my own scalp massage and you would feel it, but I'm not sure that's actually true. He's telling me that it would work better if I do it on him. Darn it. That's what happens when you service to others. You got to do the others first. Okay. All right. So, yeah. But when you do it nice and slow, and so go. This is a spot you should be doing right here. And then right up here, right up here, right up here. Okay. And I want you to know that I'm actually looking for feedback right up here. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot. I'm back on my head, but I can't stop. And then with your thumbs, go at your occipital ridge, okay, where your cranium meets your vertebrae down there. You want to just rub it. And two thumbs actually work really well. In fact, then you can cup your whole head. So get your thumbs in there, work in this, and then go down your neck slightly too, okay? And what we're doing is we're just opening up those channels. Oh God, last year I had major dental work. And I remember that I was working with my friend Canella and with myself. And I was working with Canella and with myself, and I was remembering that I never thank my teeth. When's the last time you even thanked your teeth for being in your mouth, for chewing your food, for breaking it down? All right. And this energy, in your ears, and, this clicking and hearing. Okay. What are you guys feeling as we're doing all this? Are you feeling the energy clearing up in here? Because to be creative, we have to move away all the stuck logical mind stuff, because creativity is not a logical mind anything. It is a very high vibration. Okay, it is 6. How did it get to be this time? Guys, I thought I just began. I did. Holy moly. I'm sure that someone's played with my clock. Okay. I know someone played with the clock. I'm sure it was just 20 minutes. Yes, the tongue. And the good thing to do with your tongue. All right. I'm going to thank Canella on this. She's on here tonight. It's gross. I don't want you to see me. You stick your tongue and you run it all around your mouth, both directions. You don't do this on public if you're a normal person. Oh, wait, I'm not normal. I'm Joan of Angels. Right. Okay. So yes, you can wiggle it and play with it. Put it in the back of your tongue, your mouth, and maybe she'll put a few other exercises for us if she's still here. Yes, your tongue. Wiggle your ears. Okay. Thank your eyes. One of the things I do for my eyes is I rub my hands together and I put the palm of my hand over my eyes. And Lord knows that it brings this healing energy in. And literally, it just helps my awareness. Also, it gives me a sense of space. And thank you. So I know I'm sometimes I think I should have the courage to, like when I go to Conscious Life Expo, they do a talent show, for all the spiritual conscious beings. And I think I should get up there and talk. But I have my dear friend Kay told me that I should be a comedian. And so sometimes I am. I have to throw in humor. I know the time flew by. I want to know why you're here. Okay. Tell me before you let me go, why you come here. Because some of you I've seen week after week and you show up, and I love you. I love that you show up on my shows. I love that I can tell you're sharing me out. And by the way, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Now that I'm 1,000, we got to get me over the 1,000. And also check out my website, www.joanofangels.com. And if you're really courageous, you'll book a soul awakening session with me. Yes, you will. All right. I want to know, why are you here? We have 2 minutes. I want to know what keeps you coming back and what you want me to talk about. I know, 1 minute to go, and I'm asking for all that feedback. All right. Well, you love me. That's so cute. And I love that. And I love all of you. These videos, by the way, are for you to learn from. They really are. And when we raise our vibration, we are creating miracles. So let's do our Tower of Miracle Power. I don't care what time it is. We got to do that Tower of Miracle Power. Lori will put it up again. There it is, scalarlight.com. That's Tom Palladino. Go watch the video up on YouTube that I did with him. A great video. He said that scalar energy is the stuff that angels and the celestial realms are made of. And it's true. It is divine celestial healing. And that he's offering 15 days of free is a miracle. Okay. Hands over eyes. Yes, I'm so excited that you're sharing with me. Okay, let's do the Tower of Miracle Power. We know we have people from all around the world. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, because I need to know that you want me to keep coming back. That this is fun for you, that you are getting value, and so that I could create shows that are valuable for you. I wait till I hear the call of spirit to tell me what to say, but I'm open too, but I need to know. Okay, so now that Tower of Miracle Power, remember, we send those cords down to the center of the earth, going down, down, down to the center of the earth, going down. So take a deep breath in And we're going to send those roots down to the center of the earth right now. And I want you to literally feel them clunk, 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 clunk when they hit those rocks on that center. Clunk. Okay. Now, same time, I want us to send them all the way, that antenna all the way up to the heavens, all the way up to the heavens, so that it is literally connected to the heavens. Okay. So that we have this tower of miracle power running right through you, down to the earth, up to the heavens. And at that top, at that very, very top, I want you to start to feel that light coming out of that tower, that light, sending light, because what have we done today? We've energized the light in your heart, the sun in your heart. You already are a beaming tower. I'm just reminding you. So we're sending it all the way up so that at the top, up there, use your imagination. Here's the top. My light is sending and connecting to your light, kind of like a needle and thread. We're just threading this tower, my tower to your tower, from Palm Springs to Minnesota to Michigan to Australia to Pennsylvania to South America, Antarctica. Around that planet is that tower. And those fibers, those miracle essence seeds. So that tower is sending out that magnetic light that is connecting up with yours and going around the world and infusing the grid that they say that is around the planet like a prison planet. It is now infusing that grid with miracle power. And that grid cannot sustain itself when we, 144,000 gathering, send that energy down and across, and we change that grid, that electromagnetic grid that's around the planet. Oh my God, with that 5G grid, yes, we are starting to shift it with this miracle energy from this tower of miracle power. You can see it like telephone towers, all the way up in the heavens there. And I'm a telephone wire. It's connected to you and sending that out. And that is how we can let go of what didn't serve, re-infuse ourselves, renew ourselves, be brave, courageous, and bold, speak our truth, be fearless, stand in our, I want to say stand in our righteousness. It's not a biblical righteousness. It's standing in the power of truth, standing in the power of what we know to be true about humanity, about how we treat others, about how we can all do our purpose on planet Earth. So guys, it is a heartfelt love from me to you, from me to all of you. And I'm really grateful for your presence in my life. I hope that these healings went well with you tonight. I want you to share it out with your friends. I do want to remind you of one thing on the planet. I know John mentioned you can smoke the CBD and hemp for your lungs. Well, you can also take my HempWorks CBD cream for pain relief. And I literally guarantee it does help, unless you herniated your disc. And even then, it'll reduce the pain. Okay. But this will help. I used it on my neck. I use it on my back. I use it on my knees. So go to hempworks.com. She's going to put it up there. And if you have physical pain, this is good. I don't want anyone suffering with anything that keeps you from doing your work here. All right, guys, let's see. We've said a lot. I'm so grateful you've been here tonight. Check everything out, all the links below, and then start loving yourself. Feel the energy in your fingers. Listen to this video again and again. It's going to be up on YouTube. And Canella has written what to do with your teeth and your tongue. But Beck will post it for 1 second. I am run over a minute, but you can see it there. It does work. Don't do it in public. Okay, sorry. Just don't do it in public like I did. All right. Anything else I want you to know? Yes. Like, subscribe, share. Reach out if you need me. Oh yeah, reach out if you want some more information on how to protect yourself. Stay in touch with me. I really read all your comments. I love you, and I will see you all next week. Thank you so much. You really are my favorite people. And now I get to play my undercover video for you again, just so you all remember what you're doing, because you are the angel. Thanks for being with us. We will see you all next week. Remember to step into the miraculous.